What is going on, people? Welcome to the Midwest Mike Sports Show. I'm your host, Mike Klean, and I am joined here by the hottest man in gambling, Twitter, and handicapper, period. Midwest Mike, what up, dog?
What's going on, brother? It's been a while.
It's been a minute, man. Last time I saw you was San Diego,
Yeah, and
which was an absolute blast.
that's about when the run kind of got going. So
Yeah, started doing the smaller card, bigger units. I mean, you
yeah,
talk through it, man. I mean, how you feeling? I mean, you got to be just back in your fucking groove, man.
yeah. No, it's been a long time coming. That's for sure. Because as you know, last year was really good. I mean, and then before that, posting stuff for free for a couple of years was good, and then quit my job in January and kind of changed the way I did everything. I also was going through a transitioning from being partnered up with somebody to branching on my own, quitting my job. I mean, there was just a ton of stuff going on, having small kids and just a lot going on. And
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a little higher volume guy. So it's tough for me some days to have, 4 or 5 plays, but it's working. So why change it? So yeah, instead of doing, 5, 6, 2 to 3 unit plays or whatever, just kind of narrowing it down to 4 plays. Um, all 3+ unit, just depending on the play, depending on the day, and
Yep.
lesser parlays too. 3 to 4 parlays. Like yesterday, had 1 2-teamer, and then a couple lower risk ones, and we hit 2 out of the 3, almost hit all 3. And yeah, now we're up over 80 units in the last 15 days, going for 6 straight days in the green today. So it's been my second best run. Because as you know, in
Mm-hmm.
November in college basketball got really hot, and I put up about 100 units in 12 days. Right now we're at 80 units in 15 days. So pretty close. But
Mm-hmm.
hopefully this one just keeps rolling here. Definitely feel locked in. MLB's always been one of my better sports for sure. Although NBA was really, really good this year too. But yeah, man, just excited to be, our own brand on my own football season now. Because people got to remember too, even football season last year and all that stuff. I had a partner, and maybe there's a play I wanted to be on, and he was on the opposite, so I couldn't post it. Um, Not everyone knows, but there's quite a few times where I couldn't post stuff that I wanted to be on and this and that ultimately
Yep.
affects numbers and stuff. So excited to show you guys what I can do here in football and stuff too. Last year we had an insane teaser run. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was something like 21-4, 22-4, something like that, a primetime teaser run.
Yep.
Obviously I do straight bets, but I also like doing teasers in NFL too. A lot of same game teasers, especially
Mm-hmm.
primetime games, that kind of stuff where you're teasing a side and a total. 7 points minus 130 odds on a 2-team same game teaser. So you'll see a lot of
Mm-hmm.
those coming up here too. And we got the first preseason game Thursday, the Hall of Fame game.
Dude, I just
It's
can't
here.
wait.
It's here, man.
It's here. And
they
speaking
got-
of NFL, primetime giveaway. I put it in the banner down there. But any package, any weekly, monthly, yearly, purchased from July 1st. So if you purchased back then and you missed the run, I'm sorry, but purchase again if you want to win some cash. But all the way through September 2nd, you're entered in that giveaway. And you guys know that we did take John. We haven't gotten a chance to get on here and thank him again for coming out and enjoying the trip with us. But I mean, John was just a blast in San Diego. We had a great
yeah,
time. And
yeah,
this NFL is just, I mean, it's going to be the same thing, man. Whatever game they pick, it's going to be awesome.
yeah. Well, it's a primetime game, so it's
Yeah.
going to be a good one regardless what it is. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, no, excited for that. Excited for football.
Mm-hmm.
It's here, man. So I
It
can't wait.
is here. I cannot wait. We got Roger Mason in the house. What up, Raj? How we doing, man?
Roger up in Detroit. How's it going, buddy? We got a lot of crazy news going on here too. Yesterday, Deshaun Watson suspended only 6 games, and then now we just had the Juan Soto trade pulled off. The Padres got him, giving up Hosmer and Gore, and they also got Josh Bell. So, yeah, their futures I think just went from like plus 2,000 to plus 1,000, just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, maybe the Padres can finally, score some runs on a consistent basis.
Yeah, they definitely frustrating a lot of times. Yeah.
We got our man Timothy in the house. Best
What's
capper
up, Timothy?
ever.
I think you bought yesterday, right? Right, Tim? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did.
Tim's from Twitter. Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
No, it was a good day.
If anybody has,
no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it was a good day yesterday. I'm kind of pissed off. I mean, I liked the Royals. I just with the pitchers on the mound and a total of 9, I just thought it would be a little bit higher scoring. I mean, with Kopech on the mound and you see a total of 9, I mean, and I like the Royals, so I thought, okay, if the Royals win, odds are they should probably score 4+ runs if they win. But taking the team total, they also don't have to win. But I guess I should have just rolled with the Royals there. But I didn't even know this. We still counted it as a loss, but since there's a pitching change, the stuff pushed on my book. I never put it in again because my ticket didn't have the pitchers listed on it, so I didn't know. So I actually didn't even lose that bet. But yeah,
nice. So, and I know we had a couple questions when it went up to 4.5. So
yeah, and that happened.
Units.
And I literally posted saying I'm waiting until like 4 to avoid all the bullshit like that. And then that happens right at 15 minutes after I post it, the only game where there's a pitching change. And then the total goes up a half run, and then the team total goes up as well. So, yeah, not much you can do about that. But
no,
a lot of you probably didn't even play it, so it's good. You pretty much swept the board yesterday. So,
yeah, I was up more units than we put on the recap. So I was just like, that's pretty nice.
yeah.
If anybody has any comments or if anybody has anything they want to ask Mike about bankroll management or games in general, go ahead and throw that in the chat. This is why we do this. You guys make the show what it is. So interact with us. Jump in here. Don't be shy. We got Xavier in the house. Guys,
appreciate it, man.
Mike is on fire.
Let's make it 6 straight days in the green today. Let's keep it rolling. So we got a good start to August. We're up over 10 units, day 1. So let's keep it rolling.
Yes, so and that is a lot nicer than we started last month. So starting on the green note is just
I don't even really remember how last month started. I know I was kind of struggling, and then we went out to San Diego kind of, what was that, the 7th, 8th of July or something like that. It was after the 4th, and then kind of picked up once we got in San Diego. Starting with that walk-off San Diego game 2-1 in the 10th. That was awesome.
Yeah. Just needed the vibes, man. We just needed the vibes, a little getaway. John, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, that's kind of when the smaller card stuff started, though, I think. I don't even know how I got started on that, but I don't know. I'm not going to change it.
Well, we started talking about the juice, and I know you wanted to talk about that
one. Oh,
but,
yeah.
In a perfect example, I think, me personally, would be like yesterday with the White Sox. I mean, if you took the White Sox, I know a couple people personally that were on the White Sox yesterday. High money line. It was 165, something around there. And, they end up losing. So, I mean, touch on that.
Lost. Yeah. So I really haven't been taking any straight bets over 145. I'd say you can pretty much count on 150 being the most I'll ever pay, and that's going to be rare. Just like yesterday, I had a 2-team parlay. I like the Guardians, but I didn't want to pay 155, and I didn't like them on the run line, and luckily, because they won by 1 in extra innings. So what I did is parlayed the Guardians minus 155 with the Yankees minus 180, and we risked 1.9 units to win 3. They both won. We hit it. But that juice like that, guys, is I didn't realize it before until he put together the spreadsheet, was showing me, the juice plays are where we're losing and we're winning on everything else. So once he kind of showed me that, and even when you lose one of those guys, like even if we lost that 2-team parlay, you're only losing 1.9 to win 3. It's not even that
Yep.
big of a deal versus doing one straight bet on the Guardians minus 155. You're risking to win 3 units. You're risking almost 5 units to win 3. So you lose that bet, you got to hit 2 3-unit plays just to be back pretty much at 0. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So pretty much 145, 150 tops is going to be the most I'll pay on a straight bet, and it's working, and it's showing clearly that was a problem. Big favorites like that lose all the time. The Astros lost yesterday. The White Sox lost yesterday. So I'd much rather lose a plus 150, plus 200 parlay, lose it in that, versus lose 5-6 units on a straight bet. The Rangers yesterday, they got their ass kicked. They were minus 170. There's people that played the Rangers minus 170, and lost that. I mean, and yeah, it's the way that it goes. So, you just favorites. The way I play the heavier favorites now is in parlays. Plain and simple, 2-team parlays, and then obviously I throw them in my other lower risk parlays and stuff. But for those of you that have been with me a while and know kind of what I was doing previously and what you're seeing now, I'm sure you can agree with that. We haven't been playing juicy stuff, and we've been winning a shit ton of money, a shit ton of units. So why change that? So
absolutely not. And even on the few down days that we've had, which has been far and few between here, it's been limited because the juice is not so high. And, that's exactly why I built the spreadsheet. I mean, everybody looks at it and they're probably like, what the hell is this? We have each number on straights, but it was supposed
there's
to
trends,
be for
just
once
like with
we
betting.
get exactly. So once we get a sample size, which it doesn't take long for this man to get a sample size with his volume, we can see where we're winning and where we're losing. And when I broke it down, I'm bashing my head because everybody knows I don't do any picks. I just run things day to day and, content, and that's what I do. But when I broke it down, I'm bashing my head in the wall, and I'm just like, how do I help? I got to help. So I broke down the whole MLB, and it was amazing to see under like 17% of the plays that you've done in MLB were actually crushing the record and crushing the units. It was bringing it so down, and you're over 80% of the plays were actually positive. So if you never played those high juice plays, I mean, we're talking 40, 50 units in MLB. So, I mean, that's just, something for everybody to know. Those high juice plays like Mike's doing, it's better to take them in a parlay, or, I mean, I guess the run line too. It's, you could get.
Well, that's what I do but like I said yesterday, like the Guardians, I didn't really love the run line. I also looked at them first 5 minus a half, but I don't even think they covered that. I think it was a push if I remember right. So I'm not a big first 5 guy. I'm a lot more picky and stuff when I do that. But I was just looking up 178 units in MLB since January 1st, 2021. Obviously, the MLB season that year didn't start till April, May.
Right.
So in just over a year, up almost 180 units in MLB. So that's awesome. But yeah, like you say, had we eliminated those juicier plays earlier, we'd be well over 200. So
Yeah, definitely, man. Let's get to a couple of these comments here.
Francisco.
We got our guy Francisco. How we doing, my man? He's always in here with us.
And Jake. We got Jake, the new guy.
Yes. What up, Jake? How we doing?
I appreciate it,
this man might be a good luck charm, man. Ever since he hopped on, it's just rolling.
Been a tornado, man.
love it. We got a couple things about the Padres here. Roger, wonder if Hosmer's going to waive the no trade clause.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I'm not sure. I mean, it sounds like it's pretty much done. So, would they announce that and then he puts a stop to it and then they take everything back? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They
I
probably
doubt
had to
it.
get it approved by him already, right? I don't know.
You'd think. I mean, these talks have been going on for a while now. So
yeah. Lone Star is going to be rocking with us for a year. Hell yeah,
there
man.
you go.
Appreciate it.
The 5K, 10K challenge. I've never done one. I just started seeing them here and there and stuff on Twitter and stuff too. Honestly, I don't even know what it is or how you even do it. I haven't really paid that much attention. What do? How's it work? You know how it works? Well, I'll explain then. Mark, explain how that works. Yeah, what did happen to your hair, man?
It's right here. It's all tied up. It's all tied up. We're rocking the little man bun out the hat. It's a vibe. It's a vibe, people. It is a vibe. I was on the golf course. I got the flow all in my hair, man. It's windy. I can't deal with it. I got to be focused. So I tied it up, and I like the look. The girl likes the look. Shit fucks,
That's what
boys.
matters, right?
Shit
That's
fucks.
what matters.
Any thoughts on DeGrom?
Like a prop on him or on the Mets, or I mean, I think the Mets run line. I looked last night; it was like minus 180 or something crazy like that. So that again would be a parlay piece, and it's not even worth doing the money line at -3 or whatever it is. So you'd have to parlay the run line. But it's tough to say. I don't think he's pitched since like July something, right? And I know Abbott, he's going up against Abbott. He's like a bullpen guy. He's only played in a few games. So, I mean, the Mets are hot right now. The Nats, they just got rid of Bell. They got rid of Soto. I mean, you'd think the Mets would just fucking stomp them here tonight.
Right.
But again,
they should.
If I'm on the Mets any way, shape, or form, it's going to be on the run line and it's going to be in a parlay for the exact reasons what we just talked about. So, not laying. Like I saw a thing yesterday. The guy took these two bets, and they both hit. Actually, I think it was might have been like the Yankees and the Guardians. The guy risked like $2,000 to win 800 on one, and then like 1,000 to win 400 on another one. And I'm just going, oh my god, dude, what are you doing? You lose either one of those, you're down money. Like you have to hit both to actually make something. Why wouldn't you just part? You could have put, instead of risking $3,000 to win literally about $1,000, you could have put 1,000 on a 2-team parlay and won way more than you did. Like shit like that. I'm just like, oh my god, what are you doing? Stop. It's just stupid.
Well, that's how the house wins, man.
I mean, I could see if it's like the Super Bowl. Like this past Super Bowl, I was on the Rams -4, big play. They win by 3. You know, a game like that.
-200 though.
Then, yeah, I still wouldn't pay -200. Yeah. So,
well, that's why it
just can't do it.
No one did.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Otherwise, a teaser or a parlay. But yeah. Yeah, the Soto Bell trade, crazy. I still don't think the Padres are. Yeah, they're going to be a lot better, but you really think they're going to beat the Dodgers? I mean, they did just sign Musgrove to that 5-year, $100 million extension, but now they got Josh Hader. They've been making some moves.
They want it.
Taylor Rogers was bad, man. Taylor Rogers was so bad. I got so nervous every time. He was nervous every time. He was more nervous than I was, I think. Like,
yeah. You know, another guy on that team, he pitched last night. Was it Cleaver? That guy with the twitch, man. I mean, he makes me nervous. I mean, he's a good pitcher. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know. He makes me nervous with that thing, man. What you doing, bro?
Kevin Gausman kind of does that too.
Yeah, he
rocks a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pitching tonight.
Yeah, he rocks, but the Cleaver twitches, man. I mean, he's out there twitching, you know. I don't know.
Clevenger?
Clevenger, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I knew I didn't have his name right. Jake, loving all the wins. Glad to be on board. We are glad to have you.
Yep. Absolutely. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate your comments on posts and stuff too. Really do.
Yes.
So
Yes. DeGrom, is he going to be on a pitch count? I don't know.
I mean, making your first start in a month, I would think you'd be on some sort of pitch count. So
Yep.
you have to assume that if you're planning on taking it. But still, guys, it's the Mets versus the Nationals in a bullpen game. This Abbott guy, he's pitched 3 times, I think. He's pitched a maximum of 1 to 2 innings max. So he's not going to be in there long. You just got rid of Bell. You just got rid of Soto. I don't think there's any way these other guys are going to be who just got traded are going to be suiting up for them tonight. Um, it's Mets or nothing here. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you. Our guy Raphael in the house. What up?
Good morning, brother.
Mark. Okay, he's getting back to you here about the challenge. Start off with $100.
Okay.
You just keep rolling it over.
Huh. Sounds like fun.
I should do that.
So you're doing 100 the first day, you hit that. You're doing 200 the second day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I should do that. You
Interesting.
tell me what play to do, and then we watch my bankroll grow.
Or we have you do it on the parlay of the day. See how many we can hit in a row.
Yeah. That would be epic.
Parlays of the day are up like almost 50 units now.
Yeah, insane. I have it right here. Yeah, 47.74. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Mark, I think the Dodgers have a more solid team as well, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a deal or two today too. I know they've been in talks. They're in talks with the Marlins about Pablo Lopez. I mean, they're not afraid to spend money. They're not afraid to make moves. They want to win this year. That's for sure, and that's evident by everything that they've been doing. But I mean, yeah, the Padres will at least give the Dodgers somewhat of a run for their money. I don't think it's. I mean, at least not this year. But the Giants are sucking. The Red Sox suck. I'm surprised though about what Baltimore's doing. I'm from Minnesota, so the Twins just got all-star reliever Jorge Lopez from the Orioles. They also traded away Mancini yesterday. I was talking about this with someone earlier. I did think the Orioles were going to regress the second half of the season here, especially in the pitching department and everything. But I'm just surprised to see them launching people and being that big of a seller here at the deadline. Granted, I haven't looked into Jorge Lopez. Maybe he's a free agent after this year, and they're just getting something for him versus nothing because he's going to leave. I don't know that whole story,
Right.
you know, and all that stuff. Haven't dug into it like that, but so maybe there's more to it than that. But yeah, I was just surprised because Baltimore, they're only a couple games out, I think, of the wild card spot. They're hot. They've been the most profitable team in MLB, especially on the run line. I was reading an article last night, and it was interesting. There's been so taking the underdogs on the run line, like you've made more this year than in previous years, but on the money line, you've made less. And there's been more it's like 20 some percent, 27, 28% of one run games. So I thought that was interesting. Almost 30% of MLB games decided by one run. Seemed high to me. But it's like 20, 27, 28%. And then there's 50 some percent that are by 3 plus. And it's just interesting seeing the numbers this year in comparison to previous years. And if you took, it also had like if you took the favorite every time on the money line, you'd be down X amount, and it was quite a bit too.
Yeah.
Although favorites here and there have been doing well lately, it also talked about like the Yankees run line actually not being good this year. Even a lot of the games they've won have been by one run,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So it's interesting. Just again, it's all trends and just like everything, it's all related. So
Constantly collecting information. That's
yeah,
just how it is.
Lopez did go to the Twins. Jorge Lopez is now a Minnesota Twin. So regarding book
There's the
lines, what's
question.
your guideline when the juice is different? I'd stick with it. Um, Everyone has different books. It's going to be common to be off probably by 10, sometimes 20. 20 is quite a bit, but
Yeah.
um, there was even one game that I was shocked we lost it, but it was I think last week when I was in Nashville or wherever. It was the Giants game. I got it like minus 160 on my big book, and every other book was like minus 180. Like usually it's the other way. So I was
Right.
just shocked by that. But yeah, there's going to be a little bit, um, and then there's more public books, that are a little bit juicier and stuff like that too. But no, I'd always, especially in MLB, if it's a line like in the NBA or NFL, I'll put a hard thing like play this up to +4 and that's it, no more, no less, that kind of
Right.
deal. But in a sport like MLB, yeah, you're gonna have, it's not like I put it out at minus 150 and then it moves to minus 250 like an NBA money line can move.
Right.
MLB is a little different. But yeah, I would take it. The only thing you don't want to take is like yesterday when that team total moved um, from 3.5 to 4.5, that kind of stuff.
Right.
But yeah, if I got Mets run line minus 145 and you got it at minus 160 yesterday, something like that. I mean, yeah, you still want to take the same play, but
Yeah.
um, I do when I put in a bet, I post it right away. I'm very good about putting it in on the Telegram, the chalkboard, so you guys can see it right away and all that stuff too. So
Yep.
we should be getting similar lines, most of the time. And speaking of that, um, it's another reason to be a weekly, a monthly, or yearly VIP as we come into football season here. I haven't been doing it lately with MLB because it doesn't really matter in MLB, and I don't want to post stuff early in MLB.
Right.
But as we get into football season here, you may want to consider if you've been a guy just buying the dailies all the time, you may want to consider at least going up to a weekly, because there's going to be plays that I put out in the NFL early. So if there's a line that comes out, you know, uh, maybe I lock in an NFL play on Wednesday or Thursday for a Sunday game, a total or a side or
Yep.
because lines are very, very sharp, guys, in the NFL. So trust me, a point in the NFL is huge and it can make or break your bet.
Yep.
So, especially with these totals and stuff too, they're so sharp. The total might be 49.5, and that fucking thing lands on 49 or 50 more times than it doesn't. It's weird.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, because that happened a lot last year where people then would buy the daily and well shit, the play's been posted for 3 days and the line moved 2-3 points. I'm just giving you a heads up now. So
Yep.
um, MLB, we haven't had to worry about that. I'm not posting stuff early. But as we get into fall season here, yes, and we got college football too. So I
Yep.
am, and then before you know it, NHL is going to be starting again. NBA is going to be starting again. So this is really our downtime right now, and we're crushing MLB. So
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love MLB.
Yeah, and you know what? It is nice to focus on, one sport for
It
like
is.
2 months. In the downtime, you focus on one thing. If you got a shorter slate, got a little bit more free time throughout the day, it's nice. It is nice, but
Mm-hmm.
the busy time is coming, and I can't wait because there's games every day, every night, different sports, more events to go to, so it's going to be a
Yep.
lot. One thing I will say about Mike's question is I've noticed that the legal books, DraftKings, FanDuel, and stuff like that, that the juice is different, especially when you're like buying points and stuff like that. So just look out for that. Just saying.
Yeah. So I have my big book, and then for parlays, I use Heritage Sports, which anyone can use. So if you're wondering, God, I can't do that, or those lines are really good on those parlays, well, that's why I use Heritage for parlays. It's a very sharp book, especially in like regulation lines, the 60-minute line in NHL. There's some books that'll be like minus 250, and Heritage literally might be like minus 170. Like it's insane how much better the odds are on some sports on that book. And it's cool because I don't have to do like a teaser to buy points like in NFL, for example, or NBA or whatever I want to do. I can maybe the line's 3 on this game. I can take it at -3, minus 110. This one I want to buy 3 points. I can buy 3 points on. This one I want to buy 1 point. You can buy 1 point on. You can do anything you want. As you can see,
Nice.
you can even buy runs in baseball, all that stuff. Anyone can use it. I don't get anything by sending anyone there. There's no referral code from me, nothing like that. But it's a legit book. It is. I mean, it's offshore. I use Bitcoin and stuff to deposit, withdraw and stuff. But it's legit. Your money's safe. Payouts come lightning quick, like clockwork. Whenever you want it. So, if you
Yep.
are looking for a good book, and I just use it just for parlays, guys. That's it. So that's kind of my parlay book, just because there's tons of options. They have great lines. And they have bonuses and stuff too. You make 7 deposits without a withdrawal, they'll give you your 8th free. So, like,
Nice.
say I want to deposit 8 grand, I do 7 $1,000 deposits, for example, and then you'd get a free 1,000, because they match it. So,
Yeah.
shit like that. But Xavier, regarding the chalkboard, appreciate the feedback. Chalkboard, guys, will be Android compatible here very shortly. So if you have Android, stick with the Telegram for now. I post the same thing on both, but the chalkboard is a little bit nicer. It's a lot cleaner. It's got different sections. Like I got a daily recap section, a weekly recap, a promo, giveaway, updates, winning tickets. It's a lot cleaner and organized. And now if you look at the bottom, they even added links now. So now it has a link to the TikTok, the Twitter, the IG. So for example, today when I post a free play, you don't even have to pull up the app. You can literally just go down, click Instagram or whatever, and you know what I mean? And it's all right there. We got a link to our website on there now, all that stuff. So but yeah.
And those guys at Chalkboard couldn't be any more awesome,
Yeah, we actually
Very
met up
Yep.
with them in San Diego. So one of them was from San Diego. We took them to the Padres game, and it was a lot of fun. So good people. Yeah. Mark, it's heritagesports.eu. That's the website, heritagesports.eu. You can do stuff with the card, but it's smaller limits. I don't recommend it. If you're familiar with Bitcoin, how to deposit and withdraw, that's the way to do it. It's slick. It's easy. They have great customer service. Yeah. So, but that's the book that I use, and you can do the exact same shit that I can do on there if you do that. So,
Love it. We got Big Mike in the house. How's the golf game, Big Mike? How you doing?
Rodriguez.
This guy has to be, with us through thick and thin. Just awesome, constantly positive, always supportive. I mean, he's got to be just through the roof right now that all those haters are being shut up and we are back and we are fucking crushing it. I'm happy for Big Mike. I am. Okay. Any free play, Mike? Anything in the MLB you want to share on the show?
I will. I got to get to work here, though. I don't have anything official here right now, but I will have a free play. Speaking of free plays, obviously I'm doing a more condensed card. There will be times where I'm going to give away a play from my card and stuff, but just from for the most part, the free plays now, guys, are going to be, and I'm going to do a video here after this explaining it, but they're going to be more of leans. All right. But before you complain about that, these are still good plays, leans, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Just like the last 3 days, I'm 3-1 on my leans. And yesterday, I probably would have played the Twins over the over. So literally the last 3 days, the free plays would have all three of them would have hit.
Right.
So don't. It's stuff that I like and that I'm still playing personally, just for a lesser amount. That's all. But I'm not gonna, have 3-4 plays and then give one away every single day. I'm not gonna do that. It's not fair to the VIP who's paying for the services and everything. So that's gonna be kind of the new style of free plays. It'll technically be a lean, but just know that I'm playing it. Might not be, a 3 to 4 unit play that I have on it, but I'm putting 1 to 2 units on it personally. So
Yep.
um, just know. But trust me, we're gonna get on a free play run again. Well, I think we kind of are. I think we're like 6-2 or something in the last 8. I don't know. I'd have to look.
Something
It's been
like
a little
that.
bit since I've had one, but
Mhm.
yeah, we're on a nice little free play run. We'll keep it going.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's just the way it's gonna work. I will have a parlay for free here and there, but here's the deal, guys. A lot of times when I've even done those parlays, I don't get on. I don't make a video because a lot of times I don't really know until it's too soon before the game starts, right?
Mhm.
So the best thing you can do if you're not a free subscriber to the Telegram or Checkboard, go to the website, MidwestMikeSports.com. There's links on there. You can join for free. Chalkboard is just Apple. Telegram is both. You can join both. You can join one of them, whatever you want to do. But
Mhm.
that is where I post some other stuff for free here and there that I don't make a video for, whatever. So,
Right.
like that last 14 parlay that paid 7-1, I just posted there about 20
Mhm.
minutes before the game started. I didn't make it a video free play or nothing like that. So,
Right. And another thing about the leans is, from what I've noticed, is that a lot of times one of those or a few of them end up in a parlay as a piece, because the
oh
parlays
yeah,
do come out later. So it's not like it could be technically an official, look at some capacity.
oh, it
So
usually is. Yeah, like
yeah,
yesterday, I had two leads. I had the Twins and the Padres over, and they're both in our last parlay with the
yeah,
Dodgers. One leg away from hitting all three parlays yesterday. So,
yeah. Can you complain about free?
oh yeah, people all the fucking time, dude. That's why I kind of just, what I like. I really don't care. VIP's eating like a motherfucker, and that's what I care about. So, and honestly, guys, I was on a long, long, long road trip. Like I was in Iowa, I don't even know, St. Louis, Kansas City, Nashville, Chattanooga, Georgia. I don't know. I was all over like the last 3 weeks. And this was right after our Padres trip. So I
Hmm.
was pretty much gone for almost the whole month of July. Just got home Sunday. And then just been kind of feeling like shit the last couple of days too. So um but it didn't stop us from having another good day yesterday. So I feel better
You
today than I did yesterday. So
you had to be rocking in that mobile office, man.
oh
Mobile
yeah.
office.
Yeah. At the my daughter's softball tournaments and yeah. Yeah. One of the dads is like, "Yeah, you just don't stop, do you?" I'm like, "No, dude, it's just whenever I have time, just in between shit, just going."
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I said that to you in the couple trips that we've been on now. You're constantly on that shit, man. Constantly.
well, I'm
Always
constantly just
looking,
looking at
always doing
stuff.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Just like even yesterday, the I that we got a little bit of reverse line movement actually on that Rangers Orioles over.
Mm,
I had suspected that it may happen because the under was getting 85% of the money. It moved from 8, but it was juiced as hell at 7.5. We got the
mm,
over 7.5 locked in at minus 120. And I
120.
watched
Yep.
that shit for a while and it didn't move. And that's why I posted that play early yesterday. It was the only play I posted way early because I thought
Yep.
that thing might move to 8. and it did by game time. 85% of the money was on the under, and the shit moved from 7.5 back up to 8, and the over smacked. So
yes, sir.
thanks to the Orioles, the Rangers didn't do much. Tough spot for the Rangers yesterday as their first home game in almost 2 weeks. So it's a big letdown spot for the Rangers yesterday. But the Orioles, I think the Rangers only scored 2, but the Orioles got us there. So
yes, they did. Yes, they did. Francisco, when you going to block the haters? Maybe he means.
I've blocked some of them. Honestly, guys, Mike can attest to this. I don't really even look at so much comments anymore. Like, he'll tell me when there's good shit, and then I'll look. For a while there, I was looking at all that, and just being as passionate as I am about everything. At first I was kind of taking everything to heart, and now I've just come to the realization that there's just fucking people that hate people for no reason. It doesn't matter, and it's never going to change.
Yeah.
There's people that are jealous out there. There's people that you could hit 10 free plays in a row and the next day lose one, and that person's going to bitch you out like a motherfucker that you just lost them a free play, even though you hit the last 10. They don't care. They don't acknowledge it. I have one VIP that bitches every single time we have a down day. I haven't heard from him in the last 2 weeks. Not one good thing, not one positive thing, nothing. Have not heard from him. I made him 80 units in the last 2 weeks. Haven't heard a fucking word. But the next day that I have a down day, I'm going to hear from him. It's just
or if you have 2 down days or 3 down days in a row, even if it's little. Yeah,
the world is fucking ending. You're the shittiest handicapper alive. What the fuck?
Here we go again. Downturn. Here we go.
So,
yeah, it's interesting. I do look at majority of everything. If you guys DM and stuff like that, it's majority me responding, unless it's a specific handicap question that I send it over to Mike. But I've kind of taken that on. And about blocking, there's really no reason to do so realistically, because every comment, every like, every interaction actually helps the posts. I mean, if you keep blocking all the people that, don't like Mike or don't like me, those are comments that we're missing out on to help the algorithm run. So it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't
unless you're
matter.
being a total douchebag,
right?
But yeah. Not really a Reds fan, are you? This hat was in my mailbox when I got home from my trip, from a VIP, a friend of my dad's. He's a Reds. He grew up in Cincinnati. He's a big Reds fan. And he's big into softball and stuff too. And he knows I was out of town for softball stuff for my daughter, and he dropped me off a shirt and dropped me off a Reds hat. He loves betting on the Reds. So, and I was actually looking for a Reds hat. We had a big Reds play this weekend. So
yeah. It's nice. It's nice.
We cashed it.
You know me, I'm thinking about buying that Padres hat online, that teal one. They didn't have it when we were there. I'm thinking about pulling the trigger. I like to get a baseball hat every stadium I go to. So, I had this one for the trip, Midwest Mike Sports hat. Merch coming soon. T-shirts. I got to send you yours. We got mock-ups. We got samples. We got to pick the brand that we're going to go with, the blank brand. And then we'll have some of that for you guys. So that is coming soon, very soon. So just for the people that are on here, you get that little info. But best play for the day, join VIP, sir, and you'll get it.
Yeah, I don't have any place posted right now. I'm going to get going on the card here. After we get done here, I just got to film a quick video. We'll get that posted, get working here, and let's run it back, guys. Let's make it 6 straight days in the green. Let's cash some more parlays. Let's just keep going. So,
Mike, are you from B-Town?
No, I'm from Minnesota. So
Minnesota,
St. Paul, Minneapolis area.
And I'm from Chicago. Probably weren't talking to me, but I'm gonna let you know anyways.
Midwest guys.
Yes, Midwest, both Mike.
And one thing too is the VIPs that have been with me for a long time. Just want to say appreciate you guys, hanging in there through the thick and thin. I've actually had we had a guy comment yesterday. He sent in an email saying, "Oh, this sucks." The couple months I was on, we finished down 40 units. And I haven't responded to him yet. I need to do that. But kind of my response to that would be everyone's join dates are different and their experiences can differ based on what day they joined. So the best thing that I can say, guys, is be consistent. I've also had people tell me, well, you have an unlimited bankroll, so that's how you can afford to do this. You don't need an unlimited bankroll. First of all, had you started tailing me for free before I went paid, I posted stuff for free for 2 years. People made money during that 2 years. I didn't even really track stuff. I was just doing it for free. But obviously, people made money or they wouldn't have been buying my shit when I launched, and I wouldn't have ever launched had I not been winning money.
Correct.
But they won money for a couple of years. And then, like last year, finished up 250 units, guys. 250 units. There's so many cappers out there that don't even do recaps for a reason. They're in the red. They don't want to show you that. That's why they don't do it. And yeah, I've talked about this now, I don't even know, 20, 30 times. I quit my job in January. I had a lot of shit going on. I was getting fucked over by somebody. I had to start over a new brand. There's just so much stuff going on, going from having a partner to launching on my own, quitting my job, all this shit all at the same time. And I wouldn't say I was overwhelmed because I'm always used to having a million things going on. But my style, I tried changing. I tried, I just fucked with everything. And I've been open about that. I told you guys that. The first part of the year was rough. I'm not hiding from that. Everything's on the website. Everything's all there.
Yeah.
So it's just the way that it is. But what I'm saying is I appreciate y'all that have hung in there. But yeah, back to what I was saying, depending on when you join, your experience, can be different. The biggest thing I can say is be consistent. Because you want to know how I was able to withstand a rough start to this year? By making 250 units the previous year, by being up the 2 years before that. I don't make 250 units and then cash it out at the end of the year and then start with a 100-unit bankroll again, guys. It just kind of, you just keep letting it build up. If you need some cash, you can get some cash. But that's how you withstand stuff like that, is by being consistent. You don't just, okay, now I'm done. And then, like, for example, that guy, he lost 40 units in 2 months and then he stopped. Well, guess what? You would have had that 40 back plus another 40 just in the last 2 weeks. You're never going to get ahead if you're not consistent. You're picking and choosing days, weeks, months, whatever. So whether it's me or another person, you have to be consistent, and you at least got to do, even a week isn't, you at least got to do really months, into a year, something like that. But also, if you're buying picks from somebody, make sure they're doing recaps. Trust me, guys, if the guy was that good, like I'm sure all these guys blast on their pages, I'm so fucking hot, I'm so fucking good. If they don't have recaps on their pages, if they don't track shit, they ain't that good, or they'd have it up. Trust me. If you're actually up a shit ton, you'd be showing it and you'd have it all documented. It just seems like everyone and their grandma now is on TikTok and Twitter and trying to launch paid services and stuff. I ran across a paid service yesterday that literally it was all every single game, every single day, a yes run first inning or a no run first inning. Like, what kind of service is that? You're telling somebody to bet a Nerfy on every single game, a yes or no on every single game. That's your VIP service? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking stupid? Like, no. It's
Everybody's trying to live the dream, That's what they're trying to do.
Well, just remember how you got there and all that stuff, because there's a lot of people that just open up a page and try to charge people.
Yeah.
I posted shit for free and worked my dick off for 2 years. So before I even launched a paid service.
Yeah, I've
So
noticed that a lot of people that have like, maybe 100 followers, they're already VIP. It's kind of hard to
yeah.
grow as well, unless you're going to pay for
Hmm.
advertisements or, stuff like that, which a lot of people, don't really want to invest that into their business, pay for ads and different things like that, even though it works. But, it's kind of hard when you're only got 100 followers or whatever. But what to teach,
And
it's their own.
yeah, and my whole thing on pick selling, guys, because I know there's people out there that are against it, whatever. Well, if you're that good, why do you need to sell picks to make money?
Oh, we get that a lot.
Guys, yeah, I gamble for a living. Yes, okay, but I'm also not stupid, and I make more money doing what I'm already doing. I'm already putting in all this time into my picks. Clearly, that shows. Um,
Yep.
why wouldn't I make more money? Why? I'd be stupid not to. So
Yeah.
to tell me if you're that good, you don't need to do that is full of shit.
Yep.
Um, because if the roles were reversed and you had the opportunity to not go to a 9 to 5 job and do what I do, you do it in a heartbeat. So don't tell me that a man of the people and doing shit for free and all this shit. Just don't
Right.
even go there. Because anyone that could make some serious cash doing it would do it. I don't care what they say. I'm a man of
Yeah.
the people. No, you're the capper that nobody would pay for your shit. That's why you're doing it for free. So, and
Yeah.
guys, it's time. Not everyone has a ton of time to do this. I spend I don't know how I can pull up my screen time on here, but this will tell you that I spend over 8 hours on my screen time just on my phone, not counting my computer every single fucking day. So if you
Yep.
don't have 8 hours just to spend on your phone, not even talking the computer, um, then that's why you pay for picks. And that's
Yep.
why, obviously there's good runs, there's bad runs, but if you're like last year, I made 250 units. I couldn't tell you this month that, we had down months last year and stuff too, but
Mhm.
overall made 250 units. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
So if you can't make 250 units on your own, then that's why you pay for picks. But
Yep. I
right
mean,
here,
it is a lot. It's a lot to invest in time if you want to do it how you do it.
sorry,
Um,
last week it's down because I was busy. Daily average 7 hours, 13 minutes, and that's down 17% from last week. So
yeah.
I'm not just fucking with you here. And everything I do on this is pretty much work related. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. So, but yeah,
Yep.
going for 6 straight days in the green. I'm gonna have a free play up. Let's do it. So,
Let's do it, man. Yeah. A couple things I wanted to touch on that you talked about. One thing was um, your passion and make people money as well, man. Like, you're constantly talking about the clients and you want everybody to win. It's not just about, making money. Obviously, making money is making money, but I mean, you have a passion to make others money as well. And you're putting in the work not only for yourself and your family, but everybody, all the other clients as well. And when you hang out with Mike, and I know the couple clients that we have met, you see that and you see that right away and you hear it, how he talks about the whole, process and everything like that. So, we try to convey that as much as we can through content and through, obviously the show with you guys. But that's one thing. And then another thing would be, kind of like how the one client who lost 40 to 50 units. We have it on the website, how many units we suggest you should start with. If you have questions, you can always email in and Mike will help you on how many units you should have. Realistically, your units are probably too high if you're coming in with 50 units. I mean, that's just me. Am I
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
Maybe you cut that in half and now you come in with 100 units. So,
You
and
got
then
to
you
have
make
100
money.
units. You just got to lower your unit size. You probably have too
Exactly.
big of a
So,
unit size.
you got too big of a unit size if you're only coming in with 50, So, I mean, that's just something to also think about when you want to be consistent. Like Big Mike says here, if you're buying a daily or buying a weekly, you've made enough money. Buy the yearly. If you can't buy the yearly right off the bat, the monthly is great because it's month over month, you know, year after year. That's the long game that this man
Guys,
plays.
it's all about increasing your unit size.
Mm-hmm.
80 units in 15 days, guys. $10 a unit in the last 2 weeks. A $10 per unit better would have made $800. $100 a unit better would have made $8,000 in the last 2 weeks off of paying. If you're buying it weekly, which is more of a higher price, you would have spent $150 to make $8,000 in the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
You could figure it, $50 a unit, you're $4,000, $1,000 a unit, $80,000, it's all numbers. But that's the whole thing, is being consistent and growing your bankroll. And then if you have questions on when it's time to increase your unit size, email in. Be happy to help you. That's what I'm here for. So, but you don't want to do it too soon. You know what I mean? Just because times are good right now, it's not like, oh, I'm going to go from 100 to 500 a unit. No. And then today we have a bad day and you're like, fuck.
It's all gone.
That's why you don't do that. So, got to be smart about it. Be patient.
Yep. Play the long game with us, folks. Play the long game with us. Roger, this is good. Started $25 unit, now at 100. Playing every bet, not picking and choosing. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. And me personally, I'm a guy that likes to play my own things, obviously, as well. But sometimes I've gotten myself in big trouble picking and choosing on your spots. He's got 4 units, so I'll take that, and I'll take this, and then finally I've given in, and I just say, fuck my picks. I'm going with Mike's, and we're making money. So I'm victim to it too, people. I understand where you're coming
up 4
from.
figures day one yesterday.
Yes, sir. I can't remember the last week I was up on a Tuesday, man. It's awesome. So it's been nice. It's been a great run. That pretty much completes the show. Mike, you got any closing notes?
Not really. Look out for the video here. Look out for the free play. If you're not VIP, let's have another day. Let's make it 6 straight days. If you can, if you see a video on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, if you can, like it, at the very least, and/or comment. Appreciate that.
Comments are big.
We know how many clients. Yeah, we know how many clients we have. We have quite a few clients. But the interaction I get, for whatever reason, is pretty low. Why, I don't know. Especially when we're on a hell of a run. So if you guys can help me out and like and/or comment when you see stuff, really appreciate it. So
yes, absolutely. Last couple comments here. This is a good one to end off on. Thought a 3-unit bet was 300. Yeah, I think me personally, that's a common misconception out there, because the 100 a unit is kind of like the gold standard, or where everybody kind of wants to be, and then when you go up, But
and I think what he said too is to win. Yeah, everyone's different. Some people, might say 3 units. You risk 3 units to win 1.5 because it's a minus 200 play or whatever. I always bet to win that amount. That's just me. So I don't risk that. I bet to win. So that's kind of a preference thing, I guess. Or when I'm betting, I'm trying to win that amount per unit. So if it's a 3-unit play, I'm betting to win 3 units. If it's minus 120, I'm putting up 3,600 to win $3,000. You're putting up 360 to win 300 at $100 a unit, and so on. So
yes, sir. And also for people out there, $100 a unit is not. You don't need to start with that. I started personally with $25 a unit. So everybody's unit and bankroll size is different. Just because Mike is $1,000 doesn't mean you gotta take the mortgage out on the house and start betting 1,000. You know what I mean?
It takes a long time, guys.
Invest wisely and live freely, people. That's why we say it. Come on.
There we go.
All right, that completes the show. Thank you guys so much for watching, interacting with us. You guys make the show what it is. As always, invest wisely and live free.